The tree line at dusk, when it rolls past the window at 60 miles an hour, looks like a boreal cardiogram, recording the heartbeat of the people. I drive this drive and visit my son. This drive I would drive to visit my mum when the hum of the wheels and the playlist on low kept the voices at bay and just let us go on with the teachings which keep us alive. She held on to words and then gave them back when it looked safe to do so, to get back on track, to pass on to the children the language, to pass on to theirs. This highway I drove when I drove out to Haines with Grandma that day, where some of my family through Grandpa remains, past a border we never created. At a coffee shop there where she walked me back to a time before we were thrown off that track and talked of Dunke, the ways of the people, that which will help us survive in a world that had landed on our land and divided the people in all of our clans. Dang, they messed with all of our plans. An asteroid hit of epic proportions, if you will, changing the landscape, bringing those who would look for glory in the gold in them their hills. Well, we might too be hunters of treasure, not gold, not tungsten, but gems in the rubble of language so strong it lives beyond measure in stories in the hearts of our people. So it's important to know where your people are from, and Grandma told me a story of Egachlan, a story told over 1,000 lifetimes or more, of how we would move and follow the groove and the rhythm of nature's will, how we'd follow the patterns and animal tracks to the camp down the river, and how we'd come back, how the animals move like that still. This road, it was built by the Second World War. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. The road connects 48 states to another, and sure, it brought us some jobs. It brought up my father. But you got to know it brought up so much more. We just might be alchemists, turning pain into promise, still seeing fit to get up every day and continue the business of raising our voices to call to resist this business of colonization. The summer leaves turn to autumn gold. It is time to harvest. It is getting cold, and the reddest of reds that you'll ever see shows off the berries against the evergreens, everything looking like a memory, everything looking like the 70s. We just might be architects of our own stories and how we will thrive through a future uncertain, and how we derive from our past the lessons passed on. We just might be architects building nations from the scratch of remembering words from aunties and uncles and grandparent teachings, what's been held for us by our elders. I'll tell you this, you come from big people. Our church is the land, this mountain, the steeple, and I don't envy the weight on your shoulders. The boulders you still have to shift, but it's in you to move through the world with the groove of nature and all of her gifts. We are our people, our language, our culture, a dialect distinct and delectable. Our ties to the land are detectable when you speak what you know with pride. I still drive this drive with my mum, and I imagine what she might say about the state of the news and the state of ourselves and the state of the world today. I tell my son, and I think it's close, she just put it this way: don't stress too much, stay true to your teachings, keep calm, and keep Danke.